Good afternoon, everyone. This is Terry from Allen Art and Design. Everybody's having a nice day. Got my French vanilla coffee here. Yum. Okay, so it looks like I only have 4 more subscribers and then I hit 400. So it looks like I'm going to be picking my winners this week. I wasn't expecting this to happen so quickly. I want to thank all of my new subscribers for supporting my channel. I really appreciate it. Before I start my video, I want to just mention that Lizzie Brewer, she's on YouTube and she does all kinds of crafts. And her and I just connected. Recently, I had sent her a happy mail, and then she sent me a postcard, and she's made some comments on my channel. But I just found out that she's been in the hospital, and I just was hoping that maybe people could go over to her channel. It's just Lizzie Brewer, LIZZI-BREWER. And maybe you could send her some prayers so that hopefully she'll be home soon and she'll be able to do her crafting again. And right now she's been doing a lot of doodling. She sent me this beautiful postcard. Look at how fine that work is that she's done. I've never seen a marker that fine. I'm going to have to ask her what kind of a marker she uses. But this is amazing. The detail is just phenomenal. I just want to read what she wrote me. I don't think she'll mind. It says, "Thank you so much for the surprise happy mail. I went right away to your channel and I love you already. Thank you, Lizzie. First, I went to your craft room tour. I love it. Now I'm watching you as you show what you're learning from Jennifer Clouston," which I am learning a lot from her. "I have that book too. Foolproof Freeform Embroidery by Jennifer Clouston. I have that book too and I love it. Your work is beautiful. Now I'm in the mood to get my needle out and do some stitching along with you. Hugs and blessings. Love, Lizzie and Papa." So I thought that that was really nice, and I'm gonna frame that and put it in my craft room. I was just so happy to get that. I was surprised. I didn't even know I was getting it. It was just a nice surprise. And Lizzie does say on her channel that, you know, there's something about getting a letter or a card in the mail that it's very special, and I totally agree. So, since I have to pick some of my winners this week, I started putting together... Sorry, I got kitty hair on my desk. My cat's been up here, obviously. I've started putting things together for my giveaway. This is a 3-in-1 needle threader. It's got a wire threader, a large hook and a small hook, and this is great. Comes in handy. I have one. I use it all the time. Then I went ahead and I put some pins, different types of pins. I just made like a little thing out of cardboard, just so you don't get stuck by a pin. I almost made it like a matchbook. I just rolled up the bottom, stuck them in, put some tape around it just to secure them, so that nobody gets stuck by a pin. Then I have this little thing of, I'm just giving you basic supplies to get started with stitching. And I also want to let people know, and I'll say this again, when I do my review of everything, of all of the prizes, before I mail them out, I'm going to go through them all and show everybody everything that, you know, they're getting. If you decide that you don't want to keep any of these gifts or prizes, I have no problem with you giving them as a, re-gift them to somebody. Give them to somebody that you know will use them and enjoy them. I have no problem with that at all. So this just has little threads, and it has a little pin in it and a couple of buttons. And then I have a bunch of safety pins, different sizes, and you can just pin that right into your book. Here's a little tiny jar with all kinds of buttons. Everybody needs buttons. Or if you just want to sew a button on a shirt, whatever, you know, it's nice to have some little buttons. So there's a little jar of buttons. Speaking of buttons, I added a couple of extra wooden buttons. And then I'm just going to show you, this is an example. This is one of the books that I'm giving away. I'm going to put, these are pre-threaded needles. And actually I need another one. I bought these, I think I got them at Walmart. It's just nice to have a threaded needle. So I'll just put that in there. I'll do a better job of packing up this stuff and making sure it looks nice. I'll probably put that through like this so that it goes through the whole thing. But I'll make sure that I make it look nice. But nice to have some pre-threaded needles. And then this is a little needle threader as well. And what I think I'm going to do is take some embroidery thread. There's a hole in it, so you can tie it into your book. So I'll sew in a little piece of embroidery thread, and I'll attach this, and you can just tuck that right in there. And then I have, these are just bulb pins. They have some buttons on them. So you just go ahead and add that somewhere. Just an embellishment. Looks cute. And that's what I have so far, because I'm sure that I'll have more. I'm not going to show you every single thing that you're going to get, so that way you're a little bit surprised, but this will be great. So I'll include sewing supplies with the needle books. And that, you know, like I said, they're basic supplies just to get you started. So I think that'll be fun. I definitely need to add some more. Oh, I need to buy a nice pack of needles, and I'll put that in each one of the packs. So I'm just going to go ahead and put the other one together. I just wanted to start getting this stuff ready because it looks like I'm going to have to pick the winners this week. So that'll be fun. I am going to order some needles on Amazon. And there'll be a brand new pack in each one. Oh, these are for the other. I'll just put these aside and I'll do it later. I made like a little list for myself so that I remembered what it is that I want to include. So that'll be good. I'm also going to include a small pair of scissors. So what I'm going to do now is I wanted to show you this. This is the other needle book. And I have some work to do on this. I was thinking maybe today we could finish the work up on this book. Oh, this needs to go in that bag too. Don't want to leave anything out. All right. So there was a light colored yo-yo on the front, and I didn't like the way it looked. So I took it off. I wanted it to kind of go together, which this one does. I'm just going to go ahead and it's got a thread on there that I want to get off. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to sew this on with the button. I think I'll sew the button on first. This is just a mason jar that I had my husband put a hole in the top. And this is thread. It's a big thing of thread. That thing's going to last me forever. It's just easy if you put it in a jar like that, and then you can just pull it out as you need it. It's kind of cool. I like it. I'll put it over here, out of the way. So this is a strong thread. So I wanted a thicker thread. This is really strong. And I got a nice thin needle here. I got a nice knot on the end, and I might put another one. I always like to have 2 knots on anything I do. So we're just going to go ahead and we're going to stitch this little button on. I got a giant needle for this. I don't know. I don't think I need a needle this big, but whatever. That's the one I found. And just gotta put that on a few times. Just so it's on there securely. You wouldn't want a button to fall off in front of your book. Little wooden buttons. I don't know where I got these. These ones are like rounded on the top. The ones I put in the pack are just flat ones. I don't know where I got these, but they're really cool. I had mentioned before in a video, I went to buy a whole thing of all different sized wooden buttons from Walmart. It was like a jar full of them. They wanted $16.99 for a jar of buttons. I'm like, you're out of your mind. I'm not paying that kind of money for buttons. I get buttons at thrift stores and yard sales and for pennies on the dollar. I'm not about to spend my hard-earned money on buttons at Walmart. Sorry, not happening. I'm kind of frugal that way. Another word for that is cheap, I guess. It's the way my mother raised me. Okay, so now, how did I sew these on? Like, I can't really even see the thread. I see what I did. I matched the thread up. All right, so I think what we're gonna do is we're gonna just tie this off then and see if I can get a matching thread. And that way you don't see the stitches, although I don't know why I didn't just use like this kind of thread, because then you could see the stitches. I just got this jar the other day. The glass jar, got it at Savers. And I think that one goes good. And I'm just gonna use it on my desk. It's just thread that I want to use up. That's all it is. I've been so busy lately. I had family come in this week. Went on a whale watch. I'm getting ready to put a short up about that. My husband and I went to the county fair. I just put a short up on that. You should probably see that on my channel. It's just something fun to do. We like to go. We just started going last year, but we enjoy it, so we think we're gonna maybe do it every year. And it's always close to the end of the summer. All right. So I'm just gonna go ahead and sew this yo-yo on. All right, so I'm just gonna start it. All right. And this one, I think I have to put it down, kind of down farther on the book because of the way that these are placed. And I'm just gonna start stitching. I'm just doing a whip stitch all the way around. And you're not even gonna see this thread. Although, really, when I think about it, why didn't I use a thread that you could see? I have done that on other books. Let's see what I did with this one. Yeah, see, this one, I actually used a different color thread. And I made it so you could see it. I have no idea why I've changed what I did, but whatever. Not this needle thread will go through that tiny little hole. This is a different one. This is one I bought. There came 3 in a pack at Walmart. I don't know, they were like $5. I use them all the time. All right. So I hope everybody's having a good day. I'm getting excited to pick some winners for this giveaway. I wanted to mention that you don't have to have a YouTube account to subscribe to someone's channel. You can just subscribe. The problem is I won't see your name. So if you want me to include you in the giveaway, please leave a comment. I check my comments all the time. So I will see your comment and leave me your name, and I will make sure I enter you in so that you have a chance to win something. I did decide to go ahead and add a pin cushion that I made out of China. When I do things, every time I do something, it comes out different. Nothing's ever the same, which is the way it should be. These are all handmade, one-of-a-kind pieces. Nobody in the world is going to have this exact same needle book but you, whoever wins. That's kind of cool. This is very fine thread compared to that other thread. All right, and then what I'm going to do is I'm going to hide the thread and pull it out over here and snip it, and you won't even know. Okay. All right, so let's put away our needle in the pin cushion. So there's the front and the back of it. All right, so now what we're gonna do is I've decided to embellish some of the things on the inside before I sew the book together. As I had mentioned before, I use tacky glue. It's just craft tacky glue. That's all it is. And what I need to do is just make sure I have this at the right length. Just snip it. And I'm just gonna go ahead and put some glue on it. And then if you press it down with the wipe will pick up any excess glue that comes out. There we go. So I put a piece of parchment paper. I cut it the right size, and that way it's not, my pocket's not going to stick together. So we're going to do the exact same thing on this side. Yeah, so I hope you guys go over to Lizzie's channel and send her some love, prayers. I really hope she's home soon and she's feeling better. She's such a funny lady. She's very kooky, but I love her. She does some great crafts. She's very talented. I started watching her channel when she was doing birthday cards for her husband, Papa. That's when I started watching them. And it was so cute. She asked people to send him cards for his 80th birthday. He got so happy whenever he got a card in the mail. It was the sweetest thing. He's so cute. They're both cute. And she just loved crafting. That's all she wants to do in life. I hope to emulate her someday. And when I retire completely, I just want to stay home and craft all day like she does. I think it's awesome. Why wouldn't you? Fun. All right, so now you just got to leave that to dry. And that's what I'll put that aside. We have more to do. Got to get this. That's a good pin. I'm going to put that in my pin cushion. Speaking of pin cushions, I got to show you something. This was that piece of china that I found at Savers. I didn't feel like reinventing the wheel and making a pin cushion. This came in a bag from Savers the other day. And guess what? I put some like what kind of glue did I use? Like a really heavy duty glue. Multi-purpose cement, clears, dries clear, extra strong. I use that, and I put it all on the rim inside, and then I push this down in there. Guess what? It's already dry. And look what I got. And it comes with the little strawberry for you to sharpen your pins. I love this. This reminds me of when I was a kid. I remember like getting my first one of these because I had learned to sew. You know, my mom taught me how to sew. My grandmother and my mom and dad got divorced, and he remarried, and his new wife, she taught me a bunch of sewing stuff too. So somebody gave me one of these when I was a kid, and I thought it was the best thing in the world. So this is what I'm going to use it for. Look at, I don't know if I'll use, these are my good scissors, but I'm sure I have a little tiny pair that I can put in here. You know, threads. I got some yo-yos in there. This is stuff that's left over from little projects I've been doing. I'm just throwing them in there. And isn't that the cutest thing you've ever seen? I love it. I gotta put it away over here so I don't drop it and break it. I love it. Get those edges really good though, because they're separated now from the actual trim, and they'll open up if you don't glue them. So just put some glue all the way down. Just take your baby wipe and it will pick up the excess glue that's coming out. And this dries clear, but make sure you get those ends in there really good. I'm going to put extra there. I want the ends to be glued down good. And if there's any extra, you can trim it later. But right now, that looks like it's down really good. So, that's going to stay there to, I'm going to wipe up that glue so I can work on the other one. And it, like I said, it dries clear, so you won't see any of that. So that can just go off to the side, and put it over here. Okay, let's see what's next. This is the last, oh, we got 2 more pages to go. What I'll do with this is just go ahead and trim this up and glue it on. This is, I just wanted to embellish it a little bit. Glue across here. Put that on. And then we'll take the wipe up some of that glue. Okay. Let's see if it's on straight. There we go. Just a little embellishment. I don't think I want to glue this part on until we sew the pages in. So I'm just going to go ahead and glue this part, let it dry, sew in the, I'll do it off camera, I'll sew in the pages, and then once we get the whole book put together, then I'll glue these in, because if I glue them in now, they might be off a little bit, so I don't want that. So we're just going to go ahead and glue this on. Good, good, good. Okay, so that page is done. Now we just have to work on this one, which I think what I'll do is I'm going to take these off and we'll work on that last. There's that one. Put that off to the side. These are the last ones we have to do. Now, I think these are probably dry enough now, or I can just put them off here, over here. They're still gonna have to dry. Like, I'll just leave these overnight to dry, everything. And then I will glue these in once, like I said, once I get the pages into the book, because it's hard to judge if the pages aren't in there for where to glue it in. So I just have to be patient. That's all. And I still have a little bit more time before I have to choose anybody. Okay, so this is... I've decided that I'm going to cut this. Okay, so we're going to put the lace. I don't think it matters which side. I don't know. I'm just going to go ahead and put that down. It'll go dry clear, so it'll be fine. Okay, so then we're going to put this on top of it. This one's crooked. I don't like how it's the way that it was wrapped in the package. It's kind of bent right here, so I'm not going to use that part. All right, see, straighten that out. All right, there's another one. Beautiful. All right. And then we'll just let everything dry and then glue it on. I'll glue it on off camera. And then I'll show you when I do when I pick my 4 winners, I'm gonna go through and I'll show everybody the prizes and what goes with them and who wins. And I won't mention who the winners are until they receive their giveaway prizes. Okay. Now these ones I'm going to glue on just the way they are. I want you to be able to put little pieces of material in there. It's a belly band. Or you can put threads, like loose threads in there. Pieces of lace that you're working on a project. That's what these 2 are for. And then these 2 are pin, to stick pins in that felt. So I'm gonna let those dry. All right, so the next time see me when I'm talking about these needle books and pin cushions and the journal, it'll be when I pick my winners for the subscriber giveaway. So I want to thank you for coming to my channel. Thank you for subscribing and supporting my channel. I appreciate it. And I wanted to wish everybody luck, because I know that I'm going to be picking winners this week, because like I said, I only have 4 more. All right, so I'll get that all glued together and I will stitch in the pages, and this book will be ready to be given away. So I will see you in the next video. Happy crafting.